super duper ultra HD.
Oh, fancy. All right, so I am actually filming on my phone because we are vagabonds now. So this is my update video for YouTube because I need to film something and get something up. We just finished having lunch. We had Scotty's. It was pretty delicious. And now we are just hanging out at the RV, at the rig. We officially moved from Arizona to Idaho Falls, Idaho. So we are officially back in town, back in black. We did have a couple of things that we did have to get fixed on both the rig itself and then also our Palisade, because we did take that with us, but we did try to literally sell everything else before we decided to do the van life. We did several garage sales. Oh, that looks comfy. That just looks super comfy.
Yeah.
Is that your Chewy picnic blanket?
My Chewy picnic blanket.
So right before you left Chewy, you were able to get
me
that.
like your French girls, Jack.
Nice. We did try to do several garage sales before we left the state of Arizona. We tried several weekends, but it was so weird because while we were trying to actually sell things, the climate, the people, the culture, and just people's financial situations are not well right now. It seems to be across the board, doesn't matter what state or county that you live in, everybody is struggling just a little bit. So we experienced that where people just weren't able to even pay the extremely reduced prices of the items that we were selling secondhand. So a lot of that ended up in storage. So we actually ended up getting a storage unit here, tried to load up the rig as much as possible. And we do have a couple of boxes still left in the Palisade. We do need to still get the tires replaced on the rig. And we did have some issues with slippage of the transmission. We actually ended up getting stranded out in Orem, Utah. I ended up actually getting stuck in third gear. It kind of seemed like the gear shift would just float through the gears. It wasn't really catching any of the gears. We ended up pulling over and had dinner at Tucanos, and then when we got back out to the rig, Sebastian ended up calling a repair guy, a technician that's out there. He actually came to us and actually worked with us all night. Such a good guy. Really recommend Mountaintop Mobile Repair. Fantastic guy to work with. Great technician, and he really does try to work with you, so really recommend him. He did us a huge solid where he came out to us super late, 10 p.m. and didn't stop working on the rig until 2 a.m. that night. We did run into some issues where the parking lot that we ended up having to stay at that night, they had towing signs. And we had security come knocking on our door at 6 a.m. bright and early. Hey, you got to get everything out of here. Not only did we have the Palisade and the rig, we also had a 22-foot U-Haul truck because we're moving states. So we did move the Palisade and we moved the U-Haul, but the rig couldn't move. Previous owner, they tried to do some kind of coolant fix with the hose and they crimped the hose. We had coolant and transmission fluid mixing together. It was like a strawberry milkshake coming out of every orifice of the RV. It was really ridiculous. But that guy did us a solid, worked on it. Even the next day got us a brand new fabricated hose, got that fixed up, flushed the transmission, flushed the coolant system, did some pressure tests, and we were able to at least get on the road the very next day. So it took us 5 whole days to actually, travel in a convoy from Arizona to Idaho. So we just took our time, tried to baby the rig just because of the gear slippage. The transmission fluid was too hot, so the gears couldn't catch. So we do have to take that in to get that fixed. But other than that, it was a pretty smooth, easy move, except for once we got into town and then trying to update all of your information in the systems, trying to get your paperwork all done, and then we needed to register and title both vehicles here, and that was kind of difficult. But we were able to kind of work through all of that and get that done, so we did that. And now we're resting and chillaxing and just trying to take it one day at a time. Every single thing that we ended up doing while moving was spirit-led, which was amazing. When we called the guy, that worked out. When we needed somewhere to park for the night for safety security reasons, he had us covered there. So we didn't run into too many issues that we weren't able to at least push through, work through, and get done. So pretty cool.
It's been better than we expected getting back. A lot of things have changed since we were gone, like in good ways. In other ways, it's just kind of interesting because it's like we kind of left kids and we came back adults. So
yeah, that has been kind of different.
Yeah. And then just doing this lifestyle, it's surprisingly really just meshes with us in a way that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be way harder to adjust to, and it's going really well. It's going really, really well. It'll be interesting to see what's going on. It's just this interesting vibe of like, you don't know where you're going to be the next day. You have no idea where you're going to be this same day. You don't know when you're going to have to move, but we just kind of go with the flow, and that's been cool. It's been really, really good.
Yeah, we've talked to so many people. When we first pulled into town here in Idaho Falls, Idaho, we ended up talking to the owner of Teton Dry Cleaning and Teton Laundromat, where they just recently opened up, and he's been kind of struggling with some business because the prices, like I was just mentioning, everybody is struggling right now. It doesn't matter where you live, what you do for work or not work, everybody's just struggling. Even this owner of this business, he's like, man, we walk in there and it's wonderful facilities. Like, I would really recommend them if you're looking to do some dry cleaning or laundry service. The facility is brand new. They have fantastic machines. He has spent so much of his own blood, sweat, and tears on getting that facility up and running. It's fantastic. So can't recommend that enough. So we've been just doing like travel ministry, talking to people, having really interesting conversations with people. And that's honestly why God had us leave our jobs and sell our house and get into this vagabond lifestyle. He called us out from where we were to where we're going now. And honestly, good, pleasing, and perfect. I couldn't be happier. Not saying that things are always easy. Not saying that there's not hard work. Not saying that there's not still frustration. There is. But because of being aligned mind, heart, body, spirit in that direction, life has just been so much seamless and so much less stress and sweeter. It's been fantastic. So I really recommend anybody, if you've been thinking for years about living a certain way, living your life, doing something for work that you've always in your heart of hearts wanted to do, please do it. Take what steps you need to in order to align the rest of your life in that direction, and start taking steps every day to move in that direction. I know that sometimes it's really difficult to go ahead and kind of put your whole entire life and everything on the line, but I really recommend at least just taking some really easy, quick steps to actually just take your time to align your life with your heart and your mind and your spirit, to be spirit-led. Really recommend that.
Life's gonna hurt no matter what you do, right? Like, there's always going to be pain in life. So it's better to have the pain of change to go into the thing that you actually need or you feel called into, than it is to stay stagnant in the thing that you hate and the thing that you know is not for you and the thing that you are doing it just because it's safe. It's better to just deal with the pain for change so that you can actually experience the sweetness, the milk and honey of life, if you will. And remember, hard decisions today make a better life tomorrow. So it's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely worth it. For that little bit of uncomfortableness at the very beginning, and I'm tired of fighting it. I'm tired of trying to make myself fit in a shoebox that I literally can't fit into anymore. So this is what we're doing. So we've left our jobs. We're working our own businesses. We're completely self-employed, and I have never been happier in my entire life. I think that I'm actually taking steps to gain that joy in my life from my last video that I talked about, which I am working on the final video of that series talking about God. God's the next part. We've already talked about the Holy Spirit. We talked about Jesus Christ. And the last part of the Godhead is God himself. And so that video will be coming up here probably next weekend or the weekend after that. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and make sure to turn on the notifications so that you can be notified of the next video coming out if you're interested in those videos. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember, I love every single one of you. I hope that you have a great day. Remember to spread kindness to yourself and to others, and I'll see you guys in my next video.